Hey guys, so overlooking my road to retire with $250,000, I found a wrench in the system and it really kind of blew up my plan. So, what do? Do we just give up? Nah, we just adjust the plan. We adjust and we either come up with ways to increase income, we hold off on retiring, or we work during retirement. A lot of people don't picture that. They think retirement just means sitting and not doing anything and spending money all the time. It's not what it means. And a lot of people think the way my wife and I want to do it, which is buy an RV and travel, that just means super expensive and we're going to be on the run all the time. That is not the case. We are going to travel slow. And that's just, it's cheaper that way, for one. And plus, you actually get to enjoy the areas that you're in. Another benefit could possibly be we could work if we wanted to, or if we needed to. But one of the biggest things that kind of blew up my plan here is that I had inflated, Social Security and all that. And I even bumped up the expenses because I had a baseline here, if y'all remember, of $1,300 per month. And I bumped that up to about $2,000 a month, which is, about 50% more roughly. But what I didn't do is inflate this number by inflation, which would affect the expense column. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do this in real time. I haven't ran these, so I did run the expenses, but I didn't figure out what I was going to do. So I'm kind of just running this as you see it. So let's just inflate this number, $1,300 per month. And we're going to inflate that. Let's make the dollars. You have to bear with me because Google Sheets is not my forte. I had just learned how to do sheets just a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago. So what I'm going to do is inflate this by 2% a year for 10 years, because it's 10 years that I'm going to be retiring. Excuse me, let me turn this off. So what we do is we take the 1,300 and then we'll put equals H2 times 1.02, which is 2%. So we'll do that and we'll run that for 10 years. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. Well, that's fine. We'll just run with it. That's 10 years of increases is what that is. So that my $1,300 in today's dollars, because all these expenses were done in today's dollars, turns out to be $1,584.69, inflated 2% a year for inflation. I hope that makes sense. So now I want to give this a cushion. I want to give this a cushion like I did here, where I went from $1,300 per month, which is roughly, what is that, $15,000 a year to $24,000 a year. I'm bad at math, but I think that's about right. So I want to give this a cushion of about 50%. So what would that be? That would be equals H. What is that? H12 times 1.5. So that is the budget per month, what I can live off of with a cushion. So we do that. We'll times that by 12. I know I'm like geeked out on this this spreadsheet thing. So there you go, $28,524.47, which should be my first year of expense. So we'll just go ahead and type that number in, 28,524.47. Hit enter, and that automatically adjusted 2% a year all the way through. But what you will notice by doing that is the portfolio value, we run out of money at age 67, basically. And what this has me is having my wife taking Social Security at 62, either my wife or I taking Social Security at 62, and one of us delaying until 70, and then me dying off at 75. So let me move this out of the way. What can we do to change it? Well, the biggest thing we can do, not the biggest, but a good thing we can do, is get rid of this major expense. Let's just get rid of it for now. Let's see if that works. And what happened? All kinds of weird stuff happened. Okay, let's go back. Maybe I should put 0. There we go. So that will have us running out of money at 68. So what can we do? Well, one thing we can do is, what if we increased our dividend yield by 1%? Will that make a difference? Let's find out. So we'll take that 7, and now I'm not growing this 7% at all. Will that make a difference? That makes a big difference, because we don't run out of money until age 76, roughly. But what if I didn't want to do that craziness, and let's say our dividend yield just had a slight increase of 2% a year. Let's see, what would that do? Let's go C2 times 1.02, and we'll do that all the way through to age 90. So that's a 2% dividend increased until age 90. 2% on the 6%, not a 2% increase. I don't know if that's, some of you experienced guys, I don't know if that's the way I'm pulling money out of the portfolio, if that is still a viable thing or not. I don't know. One other thing you can do, which we would probably do, is actually work a little bit. I know that sounds funny. People think retirement and working doesn't go hand in hand, but I mean, why not? Let's put let's call it side income. And what if we just, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a number out there. What if we made an extra $300 a month, right? So that's $3,600 a year. And, you know, you don't have to make it every month. If we say we're traveling and we stop in a place for a month, and me and my wife go to work someplace and make $3,600 in a month, it's doable. Or a season, you know, maybe we work, there's a lot of state parks and campgrounds that hire for the season. You can, a lot of times they hire couples, and you know, you can sit there in one spot for a few months, make your money, and you know, for the another 9 months you travel on. So let's just say you make $300 average per month And then let's increase that every year by 2% by the cost by inflation. So that would be E2 times 1.02. And then say we do that up until my wife takes her Social Security. Let's see what that does. And how does that work? Oh, you know what? That's not going to add on here. So let's see. B2 plus D2 minus G2. And let's go plus E2. There we go. And then we'll bring that all the way down until age 90. And what did that do? Well, that has us running out of money at age 80, 81 roughly, which ain't bad. Now, what if we changed Social Security? So right now she's getting one of us is getting $12,000. So let's take 12,000, right? And we know that you get roughly 2% increase in cost of living adjustment. So let's go J 9 times 1.02. Just follow me here because I'm doing something that I need to run this out until age 75 when I die, or age 76, because this would be one of our incomes if we both took it at 62. So let's say we both get 12,000 at 62. So if I died at 75, that means her income, or one of our incomes, is going to drop to 15,833.75, and it's going to increase 2% along the way. So how'd that do? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Wow. So with us taking our Social Security at 62, instead of one of us delaying until 70, that is big time right there. But I don't know about this dividend income increase. Let's make it 6% all the way through, just to be on the safe side. See what that does. Okay. Now with that has us running out of money at age 85. 85. So what can we do? But see, expenses just keep rising. Now, if I die at 75, will expenses keep rising for my wife? I would think you'd have to take out something, because I'm sure I'm consuming something, right? But there is still a pretty big shortfall. She'd have to cut down to about, I don't know, let's say she cuts down to $36,000 a year. Hey, that's not bad, because that brings it down to running out of money at 89 years old. What if I had income longer? What if we did that work? I mean, it could be YouTube. I can make money off YouTube, or, all kinds of things that you can do side hustle wise. And, doesn't take a whole lot of effort to make $300 a month. It really doesn't. So let's say that goes on till age 67. And if we do that, I think we'd be perfectly fine. Oh yeah. At 90, you'll have almost $100,000. So I'm comfortable with that. Now, what if we did this major expense, though, and put that back in at $30,000? Does that, did that even do anything? I don't think so. How come that didn't go in? Let's put this minus H12. Minus H12. There we go. That's still not bad. So to kind of conclude and wrap this up, $250,000 portfolio value, 6% dividend yield that doesn't change. We'll be pulling money from all the dividends. We'll get a job that pays us $300 a month, or we can go out and hustle and make $3,600 in 4 or 5 weeks, and not have to work, or 1 or 2 months, whatever, and then not have to work the rest of the year. And we do that up until age 67. We both collect Social Security at 62. So our expenses are right now increasing 2% a year. We still have a major expense of $30,000 that comes at age 65. If we decide to get off the road and buy us a little cheap mobile home in Florida in a senior community or something, I don't know. So, and then what else did we do? Oh, and then if I died at 75, my wife decreasing her expenses just a touch. Looks like about $6,000, which I don't think is I probably eat and drink $500 a month, so I'm kind of comfortable with that. I know all these cats want to say, let's have $1 million and never touch principal or whatever. I'm not of that belief. I earned it, I spend it. And if we get to pass some money down, then we do. If we don't, then we don't. I would hope that my wife and I raised a smart enough kid that he won't need to inherit a couple $100,000 and that he'll be just fine. And I believe that he will be. So I'm comfortable with that. I just have to find a way to earn $300 a month or $3,600 a year, inflated for adjusted for inflation from age 55 to age 67. And if YouTube is still around, this still may go on. That kind of income could go on forever. It could be residual income, and that my wife will be collecting until whenever. But I'm happy with it. You guys let me know your thoughts. I'm pretty comfortable with that. The likelihood of us living till 90, it's not very likely. I'll have to see. I'll have to see with my mom, because my mom's still alive. She's 67, I think. But my dad died at 58. My wife's mom was pretty old, and her dad is still alive. Well, her biological dad. That's another story. So I'm comfortable. I know a lot of you people may not like, seeing portfolios like this, but I don't mind it. I mean, if we never touch $100,000 age 84, and at age 84 are your expenses really going to increase? Yeah, you can call it healthcare, but if you're old and retired and on Social Security, you're probably going to get free healthcare. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is, and especially if you're poor. So let me know what you think. Give me a comment down below. This is the adjusted throw a wrench in the portfolio portfolio plan spreadsheet for retiring on $250,000. Now you can say, hey, you're not retiring because you're still earning money. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear them. Thanks for your patience and bringing me in here, or sticking with me. And I don't know what I just did, but I did it anyway. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.